Hi family, I'm Stephanie Marday. I'm Habasia, helping your brothers and sisters in Africa, and I'm also the Creole Realtist. Y'all, today is the official holiday commemorating Juneteenth, the 19th of June, and the birthplace of Juneteenth, Galveston, Texas. I won't lie to y'all, I have mixed feelings about it. But before I start talking about my feelings, I would like to say, if this is your first time coming to my channel, welcome to my channel. And if you're coming back, welcome back. I appreciate and love all of you guys. If you have not subscribed, please do. Give me a thumbs up, y'all. And do share. If anything I say makes any kind of sense to you. Because I try to share my stories, y'all, as a storyteller, as a griotist. Come from a long line of storytellers. I do believe all the way back to West Africa and to the Gambia, where I dearly, dearly love. Tracing my grandmother's Cora Sam's name and the meaning of Cora all the way back to the Gambia, not knowing it had a Cora family, that it was a surname, and that all Coras were related, and then being adopted into one of the Cora families there. They're so gracious and kind. But to say that, y'all, I want to say that I have mixed feelings when it comes to days like this one. It's like, to me, when I find out about something that should have happened so many years before, and that I wouldn't even be given any money to compensate me, I'd be upset. I know people also will be excited and afraid when they found out that they was free too, y'all. Because sometimes it just meant get out without any money or anything. And if you're not prepared because you don't have the money, like I tell y'all, don't travel broke. A lot of them had to travel broke. And wasn't good for lots of them, y'all. But they survived. Most of them survived, so we're here. And I don't know how much pain I can remember every year, with one day being enough. When I was growing up, I asked my grandmother what was the 19th of June, and she said, I don't know, because she was from Louisiana, y'all. She just said, I know that the Negroes drink red soda water and eat watermelon. Because, you know, y'all, we was Creole, so she didn't know anything about it. In the 19th of June, it didn't apply to Louisiana. It was really a Galveston, Texas thing. And my family moved here from Louisiana. My mother even was born in Louisiana. My father is a BOI, and I'm a BOI. But we did not have relatives in Galveston for the original 19th of June. So, being said, y'all, I was at the store today and I had on this t-shirt, Little Rock Central High School. You see that? National Historic Site. Well, the lady at the grocery store asked me, "Where you from? Are you from?" And I looked at her real funny, like, what? Where am I from? And she said, "I saw you was wearing that t-shirt saying Little Rock, and I'm from Arkansas." Like we had something in common. Y'all, we didn't even have nothing in common. Even if I was from Arkansas, we probably didn't have anything in common either. Because, y'all, you see what else I got when I was there at that historic site? I got a book telling you all about what happened to make that site historical. That horrible things happened because some of the people wanted to get equal education. That's all. Equal education, equal opportunity. That's all. And it was not even her idea, nor the other youngsters that was there. But it was their parents' idea. That they was using their children as sacrificial lambs. Here's another one of the young people there. They had to get the National Guard there just so they could go to school, y'all. Y'all know, learning about history is interesting. And these days you can surely look up lots of things by just Googling it. So Google about Little Rock and the integration of Central High School. Why does integrating into a culture mean that you have to lose your institutions that you have? Because just like I got this book here, y'all, I also got a book about the Black Masons, and it was at another museum that was cultural up the street. It was the African American Museum commemorating all of the things that happened to them in that area. It had a rich, rich history, y'all. And the sad part about it is, for whatever they had that had rich culture, once integration happened, their institutions ceased to exist. It wasn't like it became a part of the bigger branch. It just was closed, y'all. I know in Galveston, Central High School, which was the African American high school, was closed. Ball High School, which was the white high school, was expanded. They actually annexed my junior high school, Sam Houston Junior High, which was an African American junior high, so it ceased to exist. It became Ball High North. We didn't even have a choice in the matter, y'all. They just said there can only be just one. And I know I slightly talked about it before, but talking to this lady this morning, even if it was for just a second, with her mostly doing the talking, just jogged my memory. It's like, when is it gonna be that being equal doesn't mean that you're absorbed into the community that has the most money, no matter where you are in the world. Why can't you just get the equal treatment that you deserve instead of having your institutions closed? Because you lose so much when that happens. A lot of culture is lost. And how much history can somebody memorize instead of just actually living that culture? Can you imagine the difference with actually living your culture instead of just being told that this used to occur? It's not the same, y'all. It's not the same. Even my telling y'all about how I grew up in Galveston and the community we had, and that we had so many different institutions there that I felt like I was growing up in a little Africa before I even knew what a little Africa was. All I knew is that most of the people in my world looked like me, and that I saw other people only when I went to the grocery store and the bank, stuff like that. But otherwise, at church, when we had community events, people looked like us. When I was in the Junior Daughters, the Children of Mary, they look like us, y'all. When we took trips to Beaumont with the Junior Daughters and Junior Knights, they looked like us. Of course, we was all different shades of the rainbow, but still, y'all, we was black and proud. Even if it lasted to that song, at least, and people asking folks that was on the higher spectrum of our rainbow colors, where was they black at in a heart to try to hurt the people's feelings. But we was all black and proud, y'all. What is wrong with people having a living culture? I know culture changes with the times, but to totally put it in the realm of just history is sad, y'all. It is no way that you can teach our history, no matter what program you have, and do any justice when we could have still had our community organizations where we were still living our culture. I love Habasia, y'all, because to me it's the next step that we know where we came from. So what's the next step that our ancestry didn't just start in chains in this country, that we was free for thousands and thousands of years as free people? Not saying all kings and queens, because I know y'all, they had kings and queens and everybody else, and most of the people was everybody else. Yeah, most of the people were. But lots of different languages and cultures and histories that's yet to be discovered. I'm not saying everybody should go anywhere, whether they're going to visit or to relocate. But I'm just saying, just to have the awareness that it's more to learn than just being stuck in the sadness that we call history, because we have lost so much when we had to assimilate with the descendants of our former oppressors. It's a lot to consider, y'all. It's a lot. I didn't see people on the beach doing anything different other than enjoying themselves in the sun. I didn't see any 19th of June flag that I heard on the radio there's supposed to be one out there somewhere. I just saw regular American flags everywhere I went, even in my chiropractor's office. My chiropractor's office was open today like any other day, y'all. I don't know if she gave her people more money for working today or if they just was off Saturday or something to make up for it. I don't know. But y'all, all I know is, to the majority of the people in this country, this day doesn't mean much of anything. But to me, it means something. And it also means something else. I'll let y'all to contemplate your own feelings about today. But I'm just saying that you can't judge a book by its cover, and you can't judge a person by a t-shirt. I personally don't have any t-shirts that say Galveston on them. I buy t-shirts when I travel to say where I've been. I don't buy t-shirts to say where I'm from. We're all different, y'all. So we express ourselves differently. But I wanted to come out here today and just talk to y'all about what people think of when they see certain things, certain triggers, even a t-shirt. For somebody to feel some melancholy of where they're from, even a state like Arkansas, without her thinking for one moment that when I went to Arkansas, I on purpose was visiting this historic site because I knew the history and I wanted to know more. I wanted to know more. It was a very sad history, but I was in the area, y'all, and I wanted to know. So I went there to learn more. And they gave us a tour all the way to Central High School. And it's still in existence to this day. And students are still going to classes and everything to this day. So it's a living historical site. Something else, y'all. It's only so much sadness I can take, though. That's why I like going to the motherland. Because I see so much joy. Because I selectively go where I can get some joy. I am not going to visit any slave castles, dungeons, houses, whatever, when I'm in the Gambia. I'm just not. I'll be working in a food forest. I sell food forest in Jambanjelly. We'll be working on food sustainability, y'all, for the future. And we're doing something in the present for the future. I think that's the next step, y'all. Working on our future and remembering that we're here And the past is the past. And it's good to know your history. It is. But I pray that we don't be stretching one day to a month. That's just too much, y'all. It was one day, then the next thing you know, it was a weekend. Then they want it to be from the 19th all the way to the 4th of July. Y'all, it's just too much. I celebrate my freedom every day that I'm alive. That I'm free to be me. Free to make my own choices, whether they be good or bad. But anyway, y'all, this is just food for thought. Not to try to make anybody feel any kind of way. I'm just telling y'all my thoughts, reflecting on another day that's commemorating officially the 19th of June, even though it's the 20th, because it fell on a Sunday, which people was already off. You know how they do federal holidays. But anyway, y'all, until next time, what? Peace, peace, power to the people. And I'm out, y'all. Bye.